Well,
we did
ladies and
it.
gentlemen, we did it. Back at it again with
Beverages.
COVID's over, baby. We defeated the invisible enemy.
We did it.
We truly did it. Shout out to Kevin Fauci.
Anthony.
No, Kevin Fauci, the guy who created the MCU. We're here. We're live at Applebee's. We are the first podcast in recorded history to record a full podcast live from Applebee's.
I don't doubt that.
If that's not the biggest accomplishment that we've each done in our separate lives, I don't know what is. Or collectively.
In podcast history.
Podcast history. I mean, Joe Rogan could never.
Oh, no, yeah.
He wishes he could record live from a Applebee's. I don't even think he could handle the TGI Fridays, to be
Not
honest.
even a Chili's.
No, God no. And we're sipping on the Star Spangled Sips of the month. Shout out Pride. Happy Pride Month. I don't know why these aren't rainbow drinks, honestly. But that's slightly disappointing, but that's a conversation for a different podcast.
Yeah, no, that's not. No.
And a different podcast host to discuss as well.
We're going to do what we usually do, stay away from controversial topics, and just vibe.
But with that being said, I will say we support the LGBT plus community, ACAB, and
strong start.
The FBI killed JFK and Martin Luther King.
And Prince was murdered.
Yeah, and Michael Jackson's still alive, Tupac is not.
Sure.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the claim I'm going to make. So, here we are.
Yeah. There's...
What's that Paul Rudd thing, you know?
Look at us.
Look at us. Applebee's. You know the vibe. That being said, this is still a podcast, and we will still be talking about things that are happening.
And things that we like.
Movies, comic books, nerd culture, Gen Z trends, millennial slander.
Yep. We'll be talking about Loki next week when Loki comes out, so that's pretty hype.
Yeah, so Wednesday. So the day that this podcast comes out,
Loki drops.
Loki will be dropped. So you can listen to this podcast, and when you're done, go watch Loki.
Or do them simultaneously.
Why not? We know you're not going to pay that much attention to us anyways. Might as well
just leave it playing.
Let it play while you watch Loki. Do us that much at least. Listen through the ad read if you'd like. Speaking of ad read, how's your
my blue Bahama Mama?
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet.
My blueberry daiquiri is extremely sweet. This is definitely more sugar.
Yeah, it's
in one sitting than I've had in a minute.
I'm not sure how much Tito's is in here, but I know
not a lot.
that there's a lot of probably the lemon lime soda.
Blue Kool-Aid water.
Yeah.
I do like that mine is a slushie.
That's
I'm a big fan of that personally. So
in the news,
we got Shazam photos.
Shazam photos leaked and
official clip,
which is a genius marketing move because
I think it's in the same way that the Batman.
Yep,
did.
I think it's the exact same. Where they had it prepared,
loaded,
they had it in the barrel, whereas Batman had it set to the side, prepared to be to grab and use. But they were just ready to fire.
Yeah, no, I think that's the way to do it, especially with these types of movies where everybody's curious. There's always a snoop or a sleuth or someone trying to get those photos.
David Sandberg saying that there was going to be a new suit. As soon as they were filming outside, people were going to try and get photos because there was a new suit.
Definitely.
So it's a very, very smart move on their part. I like it. I like the suit a lot.
No, I think
Did you see the one with the cape? There's a new one leaked with the cape.
I did not.
It's pretty
it's on the
simple.
Screen.
Yeah, it'll be on the screen. It's pretty simple. It doesn't wrap like anything. It still goes to the 2, so it looks Shazam. I didn't look like much. It might have a gold trim like the last one did, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
and it'll be on the screen.
It'll look different on screen.
Yeah.
As opposed to
for sure, because everything has to be completely edited. Yeah.
No, I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm also excited for. We were talking about this off pod about Shazam's narrative over the course of how many movies he's in. it takes the same journey that the Harry Potter franchise did, going from kid family movie, like not a kid movie, but it's
family
all
friendly.
Ages.
Yeah,
it's all ages.
Family friendly.
Turning into more, not like not kid friendly, but just more of a regular action movie, like a PG-13, a hard PG-13 action movie. In the same way that like, don't show your kids the Justice League or Batman v Superman. You know what I mean? You gotta be at least like 10 or 12.
Yeah, you have to have a grasp on reality.
Yes, exactly.
Whereas I feel like the first Shazam didn't really need it, except for there were a few moments like with his real mom and stuff where it got a little bit like
sad, but
a little
like
bit.
A kid could still,
yeah, for
I
sure.
think some of the demons were kind of scary.
Yeah, the seven deadly sins.
But you know, it's cartoon violence.
Yeah.
Still.
But we were talking about it. This movie, towards the end, is probably going to end up being a little bit more adult, at least because of Black Adam.
Yeah.
Because that connection is coming, and I mean that was seen in the little teaser. They made it feel like it was going to be something from Black Adam.
Yeah. And now, so do you know off the top of your head the release dates for Black Adam and Shazam, or at least like the months and years?
Very close. So they're almost exactly a year apart.
Okay.
Next year, July is Black Adam. 2023, June is Shazam.
Okay, that works
Yeah.
well, because that's kind of similar to Infinity War to Endgame, is like the exact 1 year.
Honestly, could lend itself to a Black Adam cameo in Shazam 2.
Wait, which one's first?
Black Adam's first.
So don't you think there's a Shazam cameo at the end of Black Adam?
No, I think we probably have Black Adam in modern day, because it's an origin story, so it's not in modern day. We have him in modern day, and it established the possibility of him and Shazam. Like
at the end of Black
Adam,
yes,
we have him being ready for the battle or whatever, and then at the end of Shazam 2, we might see Black Adam, because Black Adam will have already been established.
Yeah. No, I definitely think we're going to see Black Adam somewhere, whether it's post credits, end of the movie, whatever. What if the end? So what if the end of Shazam is still in like the 30s and 40s, whatever? But there's a post credit scene where it's him like hovering in front of a modern city, like just flying. Yep. And then he's like, another world to conquer, some dumb old guy line, like old Egyptian god type line. And then you hear like a very nondescript voice of like, you're gonna have to go through me first, or like, not if I have something to say about it. And then camera pans, and all you can see is like an out of focus blue and red shoulder. Just to get us like the same way that Shazam did with like a fake Superman
they keep doing it, and then Shazam 3 we have the new Superman in it too, or Henry Cavill. Fingers crossed, because I love Henry.
Yeah. Well, and then even in Shazam 2 there could be a line about like Superman fighting a new villain.
Yeah.
In like the newspaper or like a news, like just like a Easter egg.
And it's seemingly like Superman beats Black Adam. That's the thing. Superman.
Sure.
And then we have Black Adam versus Shazam because he didn't beat him or something. There's a possibility for adding a few more heroes to the Shazam stuff, which I'm excited for. Because that makes sense.
Well, they very much already established it's in a DC universe.
Yes. Well, it was within the Snyderverse, technically, because you have the Batfleck Batarang,
Right,
you have the Cavill suit, not Cavill.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been Cavill. Maybe.
Who do you recast as Superman if you're forced to recast?
I mean, Michael B. Jordan. I love that, but if we need...
If it's continuing this universe, it might need
to be like a Henry Cavill-esque, like a support, like the understudy. Armie Hammer, I think, is mine. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The man eats people.
Or at least wants to.
Allegedly, he eats people.
Matt Bomer.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought that's good. I think
always wanted
approaching him being almost too old. I mean, he's probably same age.
Yeah, I mean, he's also technically the dude from Doom Patrol whose face is wrapped.
No.
I want to say Negative Man. Is that his name?
I have no idea. I do, though, like, in the same way that Pattinson is kind of young comparatively to Ben Affleck, casting a early 30s for Superman, just so he has the potential for longevity.
So,
Miles Teller?
No.
Is that bad?
That's bad.
Okay.
I just don't like Miles Teller as an actor. I have nothing against the guy, I just don't think he can act as much as people think he can act.
Okay.
Except for in Whiplash.
I was gonna say.
Man's-
I mean, that's
man's
that's
carries
you
with
can't,
Flash.
You can't fight with.
But then, like, I mean, I guess everything else I've seen of it is young adult, Divergent, or any of that stuff. So that's a fair point. Maybe.
What if they go the opposite route and cast an older Superman?
I wouldn't be against that.
What if we get Brandon Routh back?
I would be against that because he's not a very good actor.
That's fine.
He's very not Matt Reeves, Christopher Reeves, Superman.
Yeah.
Which there are rumors that him and Linda Carter will appear in The Flash.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that one. See, okay, yeah, that's a better place for him.
In small cameos, but
See, dude, the shot, the like Trinity shot of him as Reeves Superman with Keaton's Batman
And Linda Carter's Wonder
just like
Woman.
standing right next to Slash, like a step behind him.
yeah,
Beautiful.
with the capes flowing in the wind.
Oh, money
Yeah.
money in the bank.
Uh,
That being said,
there is a current rumor going around from our good friend Daniel RPK that Wonder Woman 3 will be Gal Gadot's last foray as the hero,
not mad about it.
because they're trying to close out the Snyderverse. So
Not-
what I
not
think
mad
will
about
happen is that'll be her last movie. I think they might give James Wan one more Aquaman movie to do a trilogy, and then that'll close out, and then Flash is gonna just kind of rewrite all the other stuff.
And hopefully we keep Shazam.
I would like to keep Shazam and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I think they're safe because they are so separated. Well, very much being in the same universe, they like the Suicide Squad as a whole feels very separate. Like,
Yep.
despite talking about Superman, Batman, or whatever, and I mean literally having Bruce Wayne in, was that the post-credit scene or the beginning of the movie?
He is in as Batman.
Oh yeah, that's
with
right.
the
He's
Joker
in the
Harley
beginning,
scene, and then
he's
the post-credit
Bruce
scene.
Wayne
In the post-credit scene.
Got it. Man, been a long time since I've seen that.
Don't watch it again.
Probably
Just
won't.
leave it.
Probably won't.
But yeah, I mean, technically, Birds of Prey isn't in the Snyderverse.
Right.
It's in the Justice verse. It follows Justice League, not Zack Snyder's Justice League.
And why is that? Like,
Because
what's the one line?
technically, Zack Snyder's Justice League is not canon.
Yeah, of course.
So everything past that came out is connected
Justice
to
League.
Justice League.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind.
I mean,
that
it
at all.
doesn't really matter that
Yeah.
much, except for the Flashes, because like if they mention because there's rumors that in Flash they're going to talk about him turning back time, like he did in.
Yeah.
So if that happens, then it's like, okay, this is canon to this and not that.
Yeah. That being said, I mean, the Flash can still turn back time sometimes and not times in the same. So like, yeah, I think it's a kind of pick and choose what you want to be canon as far as the Justice League movie goes.
What I am worried about is that everybody's going to get recast except Ezra Miller. Because if it's being done via the Flash, he's probably going to stay the same.
He goes back in time and he's Grant Gustin. That would be.
Did you hear what the news about that?
No.
Cisco is leaving.
Rats.
Yeah, so it's not looking very good for the future of that
They're
show.
definitely ending soon. Yeah, as they should.
As they should have.
Right.
After season 2.
Great point.
If you're just turning in, we're at Applebee's live.
Are you implying somebody's going to start the podcast and skip to 14 minutes in?
Yeah, like the radio. You know? Allegedly, we're here at Applebee's live. Allegedly. And we're talking about Shazam.
Yep.
And I feel like the conversation's ended, so we should
Move on.
move on. It's appetizer time. Shout out half price apps at Applebee's. This podcast is not sponsored by Applebee's, but it does take place inside of an Applebee's.
Here you guys are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Push that a little closer. And then you want to pass the plate?
Small plate? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Thank you.
Would you like a nap?
Yeah, I'll take like 2.
Have 3.
Why thanks? Superman and Fortnite, you said?
It's just I'll click on it.
Yeah. How many V-Bucks do I need?
It appears Superman may be coming to Fortnite, which some rumors indicate he could have a skin based on the black suit modeled after Henry Cavill. There's no actual information in here, though. It's very...
I mean, that's worth some V-Bucks.
Yeah. So there have been rumors going around about the Batman movie,
Right.
about some negative concepts that are going around about it.
I mean, we don't.
That I strongly believe is just the Snyder Bros trying to delegitimize it.
Yeah.
And
They're haters. They're trying to be haters.
And Grace Randolph was talking about it. The most reliable person on the internet.
The least reliable.
And she said that the suits hate it, but it's something that is creatively fulfilling. Which she's also a Snyder Bro, so it feels like the whole suits hate it thing is her trying to, kind of be like.
She's just trying to say something negative.
She also said people have been pulling up bad scoops from Grace Randolph that the week before Far From Home came out, she said it's crazy to think that Oscorp is coming to the MCU next week. Just very wrong.
She just is kind of the worst, in my opinion. Out of the scoopers, she's like the one that I would just actively like to say negative things about.
Because she constantly, the big thing with Grace Randolph is she constantly makes it personal. She will talk crap about celebrities. She'll do whatever she wants. Nice. But, and she doubles down on her lies too. Before
well, I was told that this was true, so it's not my fault that I was wrong.
So after Birds of Prey came out, she tweeted something about how it's like, oh, it was crazy that was originally going to be not just a diamond, it was going to be a flash drive with dick pics on it. Which still nobody knows if that's true or not.
Yeah, sure, maybe.
But then Kathy Yan, director of Birds of Prey, tweeted at her and said that was never going to happen. It was suggested by an executive, but was never actually on the plate. And she tripled down on it. She's like, no, from what I've heard, it's like you're talking to the director, the person who directed this film. I think they know better than you, and I'm going to trust them more than you.
10 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they admit that was partially like there was some sort of validity. Wing. Nobody is doing live podcasts from Applebee's.
While eating.
Truly different.
It's a podcast / mukbang.
This is why you're here. Wow. I will be putting that in the tag section. / maybe the title. Live Applebee's mukbang. Applebee's wings are in the conversation of Wingstop and Buffalo Wild Wings. And maybe a hot take. Maybe a hot take.
I will say, this is having these wings now. Friday I had Wingstop. Last night I had Buffalo Wild Wings, and
now you're the perfect person to ask.
And I got garlic parmesan at both of them.
See, this is the investigative journalism that you guys tune in for.
This one's broken though. I need a good one.
Aren't we all a little broken?
Yes, but I need a good one for the initial taste test.
Pretzel. Okay. Now, before you give it a rating, is it in the conversation?
Yeah, for sure. I would say chicken's not as good, but the butteriness of it,
flavor.
It's all there.
It is still a trip to Flavor Town.
Good on you, Applebee's.
Hey, they're doing good things over here.
Yeah, there have been rumors going around that Robert Pattinson was bullying people. But they're all against Snyder Bros. We got this covered in Grace Randolph talking about it.
The worst kinds of humans.
But saying that he didn't like Paul Dano, so he tried to fist fight him multiple times.
Oh, whatever.
And and then he threatened to give him a wedgie at the start of shooting, and then during their final fight scene when they were shooting it, he gave him a wedgie. That's the rumor that's been going around.
Honestly, not mad about it if it's true. It's definitely fake. It's 100% fake.
Oh, for sure.
It's just people trying to hate. That being said, Paul Dano, very wedgieable.
Oh, I mean, you watch that man in any movie, he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's just toxic internet people being toxic internet people. Just because they're the losing side, you know? They can't handle the fact that every Zack Snyder movie ever made is a bad movie. And that's just a fact. That's not even an opinion. That's just a fact.
It's a little bit of an opinion.
I'm checking the statistics right now, and no. Google, show me this guy's balls, please. I think I'm going to email this podcast to Applebee's corporate, see if we can get ourselves a sponsor. Because this shit busting.
If we do get a sponsor, The coupon code will be on the screen.
I'm just saying Applebee's corporate buys our podcast and we become Applebee's employees.
This is our booth. We got a plaque.
Yeah. Yeah, we put our silver and gold YouTube plaque over here.
Suicide Squad runtime release 132 minutes, which is 2 hours 12 minutes.
Wow.
That's a good length.
Yeah, it's like
That's a
it's
good-
not like Peter Jackson long, but it's still long.
It's not Zack Snyder long, but it's,
Great point.
it's definitely long enough to give enough time to all of those characters. Not all of those characters, but like the
I
five.
tell
that are-
you about long enough.
That movie's pretty soon, actually. August.
August? Wow. That's busting.
Is that no? Black Widow's our next superhero movie.
Mm-hmm. Now tell me this. No, I lost it. Oh, Gal Gadot's last movie being Wonder Woman 3. Do you have a casting to be the next one?
I think if we're hard resetting, obviously something completely different. I still like the concept of them not being white, because that makes sense. But I don't know what I was thinking about though. I want them to do a new universe set with the Batman, with all these superheroes, but give each of them a trilogy before you cross them over.
Okay.
I think that would work very well to establish their own universes, and then you cross them over.
Yeah.
At
Because
least for the Trinity.
arguably the strongest characters in the MCU, I mean, they're Cap and Iron Man, who didn't get a full trilogy before they crossed over, but they each did get a trilogy and were into their trilogy before they crossed over.
Yeah.
And Thor, now that he's had his trilogy, is probably the best
forefront,
character
yeah.
left. Yeah. One of, to be fair. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
We did it
this has been another podcast.
at Applebee's.
Another groundbreaking podcast. Breaking down new barriers,
Yeah,
asking questions that not a lot of people are willing to ask.
it's true.
Um,
Eating apps,
it is app eating season.
sipping stars.
Yeah, it do be time to sip some stars. And so from that, live long and prosper.
May the force be with you.